to Madison as the hometown Lynx are riding high after an upset last week over Albuquerque. Today they face the high-flying offense of the Boise Mud Dogs as both of these teams look to position themselves in a playoff push as we come down to the final couple of weeks of the inaugural SFLm season. Alongside Tim Hackett, David Hurrell, and KT Hurrell on stats, and Carol Giudice, the broadcast with me. I am Michael Trillo filling in for Mark Ratson this evening. And Carol, we've got ourselves an offensive showdown as Madison faces off against Boise.
We sure do. You got a couple of the best quarterbacks here in the SFL minor league with Spencer Gordon and Derek Majors. You got Catherine Horrell running the football and the leading rusher of the SFL minor league, Fox Highwind. So you're going to see some high-powered offenses. So you'll see if these defenses can step up and make this a good game.
It's going to be all about running in between the tackles and throwing the ball over the top. We're down to the field for the coin toss. Boise on the road in their yellow and brown uniforms. Madison at home in what I can only describe as a brick color, orange and white. So here we go, the kicker for Boise. Sammy Steele has the ball on the tee at the 30-yard line. He's got his hand in the air. The whistle blows and it's game on here in Madison. Game 3 out of 4 on the day. Bringing it up, nice spin move to the 31-yard line. That is Paul Dillevo. He has a return for a touchdown on the season, one of only 2 players with one. And he makes sure that the Lynx will start at the 31-yard line. Their quarterback is Derek Majors, running back Catherine Horrell. Jim Finch is the fullback, wide receivers DJ Hume, Paul Dillevo, and Mike Swinscrew. Tight end is Phil Koss, and Austin Green is the tackle. They go left to right here in the first quarter. Back to pass, Majors, and he's going to be wrapped up and dropped. First play from scrimmage. No time to throw the football, loss of 3.
Big sack there by number 92, Buggy Mosley, who has his 1.5 sacks for the year right now with counting that sack. 3 tackles for loss, 9 tackles for the season. Coming up big there in the first play.
Second and 13. 4 wide, 2 to each side. No step drop for Majors. He throws it all ball out to Horrell. And Horrell tries to make a jump cut and is brought down after a gain of 6 yards. And it'll be 3rd and 7 at the 33.
Nice little swing pass there for Majors, finally getting some time to throw the football. Trying to make a open field move there to get the first down. It brings up a 3rd and 7.
It's going to be on the arm of Majors here to keep this inaugural drive of the football game going. He's going to take a 2-step drop, pressure in his face, throws over the middle to a wide-open receiver. That pass is caught. First down, yardage and more up to the 44-yard line. Catch is made by DJ Hume, his first of the afternoon.
Nick Rhodes on the tackle, but there was a mismatch there somewhere in the defense, leaving DJ Hume wide open on a crossing route across the middle. Getting the first down, moving the chains, and putting him near midfield.
Again, 4 wide. This time, no running back in the backfield. Majors pumps over the middle, tipped and incomplete. He was looking for Dillevo over the middle.
Yeah, the inside linebacker there, Clay Jones, with his 6th pass deflection of the season, had a really good game. Last game with 8 tackles, a tackle for loss, and a pass deflection, shoring up that middle of the defense for Boise.
We mentioned off the top, both of these teams coming off of wins. Albuquerque a 17-10 upset, or Madison rather, a 17-10 upset of Albuquerque, and that pass hits the receiver in the back, not turning around fast enough as the tight end Phil Koss, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 10, so another 3rd and long here.
I don't think Phil Koss was ready for that bullet there by Derek Majors. Hits him in the back. Got to turn your head around and get that pass. He was open. He could have probably gained at least some first down yards, if not more, but wasn't paying attention to the football.
Third down and 10. Majors with 4 receivers to aim at. Harrell in the backfield. 4 down linemen and 2 more in the box for the Mud Dogs. They'll rush 4. Late blitz coming over the middle, and that pass is deflected and incomplete. Jones knocked it away as he was looking for twin screw.
Great defensive play there as he was open for a split second, running that inside slant route. Great defensive play to bring up the 4th down and bring on Pete Ellis, the punter for Madison.
Ellis stands just inside of his own 30-yard line, trying to flip the field here after the opening drive stalls for Madison. Snap is just a little bit to his left. He corrals it and gets the punt away without pressure. And it's going to be inside the 20-yard line. Nice wrap-up tackle. That's Anthony Richardson. And it's going to be a 1st and 10 for Boise at their own 20 in the opening drive. Here are the Mud Dogs' offense. The quarterback is Spencer Gordon, running back Fox Highwind. Bill Cherry is the fullback, wide receivers Mark Martin, Charlie Sweets, Matt Iorio, and Delaney Nash is the tight end. And on the offensive line, it's Gene Benazzi and Butch Menor. I formation on 1st down. Highwind dots the eye. It's going to be a pass from Gordon. He steps in the pocket and goes down. A mirror image of what happened on the first Madison drive, and it's a sack for Michael Percoco.
Michael Percoco there with, I believe it's his first sack of this SFL minor league season. Like you said, mirroring the first play for Boise. Sacks and making up a 2nd and long.
Loss of 5, now bunch formation near side, 7-step drop, moving in the pocket is Gordon, throwing off his back foot deep down the field, and it's picked off! Intercepted by Madison. 2 plays, and the Lynx have the ball right back. It's Nate Hall.
Anthony Richardson, I believe, with the pick right there. Unforced error there by Spencer Gordon. He was just, feet were not set, trying to sidestep and throw the ball in a double coverage. It's never a good thing. Didn't get enough on it. And Madison comes up with the ball and in great field position.
All right, that is Anthony Richardson, his first SFLm interception, and now back to work is Derek Majors in Boise territory at the 42-yard line. Steps from the pocket, throws underneath. That pass is incomplete. He rifled it towards the tight end, Phil Cause, and it was off of his hands.
Interesting throw there. It was right there in his hand, just a little bit too much on it. Phil Cause couldn't hold on to it. He's having a hard time catching the football right now in this first quarter, bringing up a 2nd down and 10. And Anthony Richardson, who made that interception, is replacing DJ Gaynor. So what a way, getting signed in week 6 to make an impact right away.
2nd down and 10. 4 down linemen, linebackers playing well off. It's only a 4-man rush. Majors feels the pressure and now throws it to the near side, and that pass is caught by Dilivo. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5, I don't think they're quite in field goal territory yet for Otis Boudreaux, but we can see they're going to bring up a 3rd and 5. The whole playbook's open at this point. Look for either Horrell coming out of the backfield or maybe a little slant to Mike Twinscrew here to get the 1st down.
From the Boise 37-yard line, probably just outside of Boudreaux's field goal range, a handoff to Harrell, her first of the game, and stopped right there at the line of scrimmage. 4th and 5 coming up. Nice tackle on the play by Gary Marks, the linebacker.
Gary Marks, linebacker, alongside Jojo Schlizzy, picking up a 4th and 5, and it looks like it's going to be a punt just outside of Boudreaux's range.
Pete Ellis is going to try and pin the Mud Dogs deep in their own territory. Punt away right at the midfield stripe. Nice hang time. It's going to bounce at the 10 and down to the 3. Beautiful work by the gunner. And it's 1st and 10 for Boise from the shadow of their own end zone.
Anthony Richard down there also on special teams to make the down inside the 5. I love the punt inside. Punt it toward the corners. Usually if you punt it toward the middle of the field, it usually goes in for a touchback. Great play again by Anthony Richardson.
I formation. Haven't seen Fox Highwind yet. We will right now. Up the middle. Nice job to move his way through the defensive line and pick up 4. He was brought down in the backfield there at the 7-yard line.
Jefferson comes up with the big tackle there, and you see Fox Highwood leading the league in rushing. When you have a 321-pound center in Gene Benazzi and a tackle like Richmond or a 310, you can move those front four around. You can gain
Here's
some yards
Highwind
quick,
again,
just like
and
here.
Highwind breaks a tackle and gets in the open field at the 30. He's to the 40. He's got two people chasing him at the 50. To the opposition 40. He cannot break another tackle that is going to be down at the 34. But Fox Highwind extending his lead atop the SFLm rushing charts.
Like I said, if you have that big of an offensive line, you can make holes, and you can see that Butch Miller just leading the way, stealing the side, and there he goes off to the races. Andy Stinson there with a touchdown saving tackle, but it puts it puts Madison on their side on the other side of the field. This territory.
First play from scrimmage in plus territory for the Mud Dogs here. 6:30 to go, first quarter. Two flanking Spencer Gordon. He's going to drop back to pass. Throws short to Highwind in the backfield. Highwind looking for a lane, and he will be buried under by Deontay Stoneville and Danny Stinson, gain of 1.
There's nowhere for Fox Highwind to go there. I mean, he's a great player, but when you have 3 red shirts out there and you have nobody blocking for you, it's tough sledding. Gain the yard, make it 2nd and 9.
Deontay Stoneville, one of the standout players for Madison in their win at Albuquerque last week. And now, pressure from the backside. Hit as he throws, but it's caught at the 10 and down to the 5. Beautiful throw under pressure from Spencer Gordon.
Spencer Gordon there with a great pass there. Right across the center. Great protection, you see. A little bit of a wobbly throw. Might have been tipped at the line, but great concentration by the receiver there. Makes it 1st and goal at the Madison 5-yard line.
Not the prettiest looking pass in the world, but it gets the job done. 1st and goal for the Mud Dogs. Trying to take the lead here in the first quarter. Still no score. 5:27 to go. 1st and goal from the 5. Here's Highwind straight up the middle. He's going to be bottled up and dropped for a loss of 2. Nice push by the defensive line. Deontay Stoneville gets in there and makes the tackle.
Deontay Stoneville there with the tackle for loss. Came into this game with 26 total tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and 6 pass deflections. A big force to go along with D'Amico Ryans and Danny Stinson in the middle of that defense.
Now 2nd and goal. Let's see if we see a pass from Gordon. Here we will. He's just going to fling it out to Highwind, and Fox Highwind will score.
Great.
That's McAfee will score. Either way, touchdown Boise.
Us the bus there, just going right over. There's a great play call there. Wide open, no one in the area. Focusing probably on Fox Highwind there, but a great throw there by Spencer. Touchdown. So up 6-0, extra point pending.
And from their own 3, a beautiful drive down the field for Boise to take the lead of the ball game. On for the extra point is Sammy Steele. And his extra point is up and good. 4:54 to go, first quarter. Mud Dogs 7, Lynx nothing. This is the Simulation Football League Modern League on YouTube. That drive to take the lead from the Mud Dogs. And let's see how the Lynx can answer here next.
Great drive there, 6 play, 97 yards, highlighted by the big 59-yard run by Fox Highwind. Puts them on the board early.
And that's David and KT Harrell and Tim Hackett in the stats truck for us today, providing us all the stats and figures we need to make the broadcast shine a little bit brighter. Madison will start at their own 31, now down 7-0, and you gotta say that the Lynx had a chance after that interception. They were set up inside Boise territory, but they couldn't take advantage of it.
And Boise's defense really stepped up there and forced a 3 and out. And Lynx thought they had them pinned deep, but Fox Highwind made sure of that. Let's see if they can move the ball here on the 2nd drive.
Handoff, a roll up the middle for a gain of 2. Buggy Mosley made the tackle.
Okay, Mosley there with a great stop and a great interior lineman there for Boise. Coming up big with another tackle. Coming up 2nd and 8.
Mosley 5 sacks on the season. Will look to add to that total here today. Derek Majors in the shotgun, 3 receivers to aim at. He's going to throw to the near side. That pass is caught, and Dillevo is tackled right there. Only a gain of 1, 3rd down and 8.
Thornton coming up with a tackle, I believe, knocked that ball loose. And Dillevo with a drop pass, I believe, making a 3rd and 8. Ricky Thornton coming up huge there. 16 tackles so far this season, making number 17 for right now.
Now it's 3rd and 8. Majors back to pass. Plenty of time. Throws underneath, and it's caught, but sliding out of bounds is Mike Twinscrew, and it's going to be 4th and 4.
I hate these routes that it's 3rd and 8 and you run a 4-yard route. Get past the sticks, then do your stutter step and head to the sidelines. If that ball was thrown inside, maybe he could have turned upfield, but it's another 3 and out for this Boise Mud Dog defense coming up big right now in this first quarter.
And another punt from Pete Ellis, already his 3rd of the game, and this one is almost blocked, got it away from his own 25. And he returned, nice jump cut and a spin move to get past the 30. So the Boise Mud Dogs will start at their own 33-yard line. Matt Iorio on the return.
Big props I got to give to Boise here. They came in to this SFL minor league on defense, giving up the most total yards a game and averaging 285.8. So Boise Mud Dogs is keeping defense is keeping them in the game right now with the lead.
Here is Gordon. Nice throw out to Highland, and he will get 2 yards. And especially to your last point, against an offense we know can put up major yardage and points in Madison.
Yeah, that's what we came in to see. You thought you were going to see some high-powered offense here, but Boise's defensive game plan has come up big, and their offense is moving the football quite well.
2nd down and 8 from the 35. Delayed handoff to Highwind and nowhere to go, and he's going to lose a yard back to the 34.
Big tackle there by, I believe it was lefty Lamont. The 3rd and 9. I like the quick hitting plays here by Boise. The long handoff, the delayed handoffs don't seem to work with Fox Highwind. Get him hit him quick, get him up the field.
Over the middle on a slant, and that's incomplete. There was about 3 defenders there. It's going to be 4th and 9. Cameron Collier will come on to punt after the 3 and out.
That was a dangerous throw there. Spencer Gordon just needed to take some time there. I think he would have had a wide receiver open on the right-hand side of the formation. Throwing in a triple coverage, not good. Why he has 8 interceptions this year, leading the SFL minor league.
Punt away from Collier. Going to be decent field position for the Lynx, but it is a booming punt to the 25, and only up to the 29 goes Paul Dillevo. So we play the field position game again. 2:40 to go first quarter. 7-0 Boise, but Madison back with the football. And we haven't really seen anything out of either offense outside of that one Boise drive for the touchdown, and most of that was the long run by Fox Highwind.
Yeah, Fox Highwind with that 59-yarder really being the spark in this game right now. We'll see if Madison can come up here with some type of play to combat it. Not this time.
Well, not that time, as Derek Majors takes his 2nd sack of the football game. Loses 3 yards back to the 26.
Jojo Shalizzi there. The Nestea plunge. Great sack there. Had a little bit of help also, I believe, from number 75, Gary Burney. But great pressure. And again, another 1st down sack for this Boise Mud Dogs team. And I'll tell you what, they're coming out firing on all cylinders.
2nd and 13, and we've seen this all too often in the first quarter here from Madison behind the sticks. Putting it all in the arm of Derek Majors. He's going to throw to the far side. That's a nice little sidearm pass complete and room to run to the far side. And there he goes to the 40 and down to the Boise 32-yard line. The Lynx have a big play of their own. And it's DJ Hume on the reception.
What a throw by Derek Majors, just putting it out of the reach of the fingertips of the defensive back there, number 35, Roscoe Santagria, but then turns it upfield, and he gets a humongous block right here by Mike Twinscrew to open him up a little bit more down the field. And there's the play flip that Boise had with Fox Highwind. Madison counters with DJ Hume.
The combo goes Majors to Hume, and Majors over the middle. That's the time it's caught by Cause. I noticed last week when I was calling the Madison Lynx game against Albuquerque, they really like to go on that quick slant to Phil Cause over the middle on first down, and they do so again here for 8 yards.
When you have a 6'5", 250-pound tight end that goes across the middle that can actually go against these physical linebackers, it's pretty much an easy pitch and catch if you put it in the right spot.
Majors changes the play at the line. It's going to be a strong side handoff. Harrell, first down and more, to spin move it into the open field, to the goal line, touchdown Madison! Catherine Harrell!
Catherine Harrell with her first touchdown of this SFL minor season, and what a highlight touchdown it is. Spins out of a direction right there, gorgeous vision to take it to the paint to make this a 7-6 ball game, tie game, extra point pending. Great run there by Catherine Harrell.
You said highlight reel run. That might be making the Sports Center top 10 tonight. 3 broken tackles and a spin move to get into the open field. Catherine Harrell potentially tying this game with a flourish. And the extra point is up and good. 56 seconds to go first quarter. Madison responds. It's 7-7 between the Lynx and the Mud Dogs. This is the Simulation Football Minor League on YouTube. Four plays, 71 yards, ending with a 24-yard rushing touchdown from Catherine Harrell. Dots this one up at 7 between the Lynx and the Mud Dogs. Michael Toronto, Gerald Giudice in the broadcast booth with you, along with Tim Hackett, David Harrell, and KT Harrell on stats. Boise now in a tie ball game will start at their own 31-yard line. And you mentioned that the Boise defense was strong to start the game, but they gave up a couple of big plays there, ending with a touchdown. How do you think that they respond next time they're on the field?
You had 2 great offensive plays there. I mean, it's a great pitch and catch there. DJ Hume with great blocking downfield, and just an unbelievable individual effort by Catherine Harrell there to get a touchdown, that big run. So we'll see if Boise can step back.
Nice chuck of a sack and throw down the field, and wide open is Mark Martin. He's going to race to the end zone. One play, 70 yards, touchdown Boise.
Put the foot on the gas. Mark Martin over the top of the defense. Unbelievable throw. Spencer Gord just was ducked a sure sack. And I don't know if the defense just thought they had him back in the backfield. Got burnt there was Leo Jefferson. After that, there was nothing but green acres in front of Mr. Mark Martin, racing to the checkered flag, crosses the finish line first and scores 6.
We mentioned off the top that we were in for possibly a shootout here, and through the first, 90% of the first quarter, I thought we weren't going to get it, but now both offenses are winding up. Here we go. It's potentially 14-7. Here's the extra point by Sammy Steele. All the way and good. 42 seconds left to go first quarter. And it's 14-7 Boise over Madison.
That quick strike offense for Boise. 2 drives so far in the first quarter, equaling 166 yards. That is an amazing stat right now for these minor leaguers trying to look to get drafted in the SFL regular season. So we'll see how Madison now responds.
And that SFL draft is coming up shortly as these players want to show the GMs and head coaches in the big leagues that they're ready and they're willing and they're able to go to work for one of the SFL Major League franchises. And don't forget, this weekend and next week, we've got a couple of off-season events for you. Sunday is the All-Star Game, East versus West. And then Tuesday is the schedule release show. I'll be there alongside a bunch of other analysts to break down all of the schedules for each of the teams for next season. Here's Majors, first down, and a nice pass to Twin Screw over the middle, and he's going to have a first down up to the 43-yard line.
Twin Screw there with a nice cut back there. I don't have one-handed catch. The ball was thrown behind him, waited with just to the football. Look at that concentration. Great catch.
In real time, I didn't see that. That was a one-handed catch spinning backwards. It was an excellent grab by Twin Screw.
Talking about highlight plays, that da-da-da, da-da-da. Oh, what a great catch.
I formation, 1st and 10 at the 43, approaching midfield after only one play. Here's Burrell, and she is bottled up in the backfield and dropped for a loss of 1. There's the Boise defense coming up big to end the first quarter. It's been a highlight reel packed first quarter here. We got 3 more to go. It's 14-7 Mud Dogs. Silver Links, keep it right here. This is the SFLm on YouTube. Second and 11 after the loss of 1 by Hero. 2 tight ends left. It's going to be a swing out to the far side to Hero, and she'll get the 1-yard back end. One more, 3rd down and 9. Second quarter underway here from Madison. I'm Michael Torello, joined by Gerald Giudice, alongside David and KT Hero and Tim Hackett.
Big 3rd and 9 coming up here for Madison. You got to look to your playmakers. You got to look to DJ Hume, Dillauer, Twin Screw right here to get the first down.
3rd and 9. Majors alone to the backfield. Pressure coming, and he's going to get the pass away. Turning upfield, spinning close to the first down, and didn't get there. DJ Hume was so close. This may have to go to a review.
I thought he stepped out earlier than that when he was making that cut up the field. But it's going to bring a 4th and inches, and we'll see if they're going to try to draw him off. You're in positive side of the field. You have nothing to lose here. Just give it to Catherine Horrell, let it go right up the gut for the first down.
Yeah, I say go for it, and they will. It's going to be a throw to the fullback. It's caught for the first down. What a gutsy call. Jim Finch to the Boise territory to the 40-yard line.
That's why I'm in the booth and not calling plays right now, because I would have never saw the swing pass to the fullback. It's like Boise didn't. Another one-handed catch there. All might have been a little bit thrown behind them, but what a 4th down conversion there for the Madison Lynx.
And as that last play was developing, I was watching the linebackers, and both of them shifted towards the side that Catherine Harrell was going to and left Jim Finch wide open. Here's another pass to the far side for 9 yards, complete to Twin Screw. And now the Madison offense looks to be clicking on all cylinders.
The nice little digit catch on the out route there. Enough time to turn upfield to bring up 2nd and inches. Like you said, both of these offenses now are starting to get the feel of the defense now and starting to bring up holes in both sides of the defense. So we're going to get this offensive shootout that I think we were looking for.
2nd and less than a yard from the 30-yard line. Offset eye, 2 tight ends left. It's going to be Hero right up the middle. Nice blocking, gets a first down easily to the 27-yard line. As you see the updated stat line of Catherine Hurl, 26 yards on 5 carries. And what that stat doesn't tell you, she's also got a touchdown.
If she has that highlight reel spin move touchdown, I think she could have cut that ball up to the left there instead of the right. Kind of got a little bit more yardage, but gained the first down anyway. Keep the chains moving for this Madison Lynx offense.
9:06 to go, second quarter. 1st and 10 for the Boise 27, going right to left of the second quarter. Here is Majors over the middle and in double coverage, and it's knocked away, and lucky that one wasn't intercepted by Gary Marks.
I think Derek Majors is looking for a flag right there, but he was lucky he wasn't picked off. As you said, double coverage across the middle of the field. I think if he would have waited, you think he would have had twin screw coming out outside of him, but all falls harmlessly to the turf, bringing up a 2nd and 10.
9 minutes even to go. Stacking the boxes, Boise against that I formation. Single receiver out wide. A roll up the middle looking for a lane. Gets by the first level of defense, but a crushing tackle by Gary Marks. Only gains 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 7.
Gary Marks laying the lumber. Last game had 11 tackles and 5 tackles for loss in their win against Annapolis. Unbelievable game for the outside linebacker right there. 3rd and 7 coming up. Big play here for the Madison Lynx.
Five wide, pump fake for Majors over the middle, caught, and running through the defense to the 5 and down to the 4. Paul Dilivo bails Madison out on 3rd and long.
That pump fake froze inside linebacker Clay Jones just for a second. You see right there, giving him enough time for Dilivo to come across the middle, get that first down, put it inside the Boise 5-yard line. Great pump fake there by Majors to give Dilivo a couple extra steps there to get some separation.
Here's the I formation, strong side handoff. Haro looking for a lane, spin move, cuts it back, and gets down to the 2-yard line. Touchdown, saving tackle by Clay Jones.
Jones came into this game as the second leading tackler for Boise with 42 tackles. Another spin move there by Harrell, almost got her to the end zone. Was going to bring up a 2nd goal to 2.
Let's see if Madison can finish the drive and tie this game up again. Offset I. It's going to be Harrell again. Right up the middle. Breaks the tackle and scores. Put it on the board. Catherine Harrell, her 2nd touchdown of the first half.
Pair of scores by Catherine. They're getting to the end zone. She's liking dancing in the paint, spiking the football. They're coming right into your living room there, just dragging a defender. That was Roscoe Santagria that was being drugged by Catherine Horrell, making it a 14-13 game pending the extra point here by Boudreaux, but another great scoring drive by these two offenses.
And the unsung hero on that play was Jim Finch, who got a fantastic block to open up the hole for Harrell to run through to score the touchdown. The extra point is up, and it is good by Otis Boudreaux. And we are tied again, 14-14. None of these teams can hold a lead as we've got 7:28 to go in the first half.
You have Boise with that quick strike, one play, 70-yard drive. Madison counters with a methodical 12-play, 68-yard drive. Again, with a 2-yard run, her 2nd of the game. It's a tie game, 14 apiece.
Oh, nice little jump cut to get up to the 31-yard line there. Boise will start there. I did realize in the first quarter there was so much action I never officially went over the defenses. Here's the Madison Lynx defense. On the defensive line, Billy Ray Valentine, Michael Percoco are up front, along with Adam Williams and lefty Lamont. Linebackers, Demico Ryans, Deontay Stoneville, and Danny Stinson. Corners, Anthony Richardson and Leo Jefferson. And safeties, Julian Valliere and Nate Hall. Handoff, Highwind looking to respond, and he gets bottled up and dropped for no gain.
Great penetration there by the Madison Lynx defense to make him go to the outside. And Deontay Stoneville there comes up with a tackle on Fox Highwind for no gain, bringing up a 2nd and 10.
And outside of that really long 50-plus yard run in the first quarter to set up the opening touchdown of the game for Boise, Highwind's been pretty quiet. Here he is on the swing pass, a lot of work to do, and he cannot get away from Danny Stinson. It's going to be 3rd down and 10.
Stinson had 10 tackles in that upset win against Albany last week, a tackle for loss and a pass deflection. came in leading the team in tackles with 42. Another big tackle there in the open field. Dynamic Fox High going to bring up this 3rd and 10.
It's going to be on the arm of Spencer Gordon. We know he's capable. A high snap. Late blitz coming. Gets the pass away, and it's intercepted at midfield. Taken away by Leo Jefferson, and it's Lynx football again.
Leo Jefferson with his 2nd interception of the season. I think it was just a poorly thrown ball there by Spencer Gordon, who is a gunslinger in this league, has 6 touchdowns coming in and had 8 interceptions, makes interception number 10 for the season so far, so sets up the Lynx near midfield.
At their own 49-yard line, a pair in the backfield. Here's Harrell running to the right side, got around the defender. That allowed the rest of the Mud Dogs defense to close in on her and drop her for a loss of 1.
Big penetration there by the Boise defense, making her go wide and let the excuse me for the auto, but the cavalry to come over and make the tackle.
The Ottawa Cavalry getting the win against Albuquerque today. They moved to 5-1, and they sit alone atop the standings of the SFLm. Here's Derek Majors, plenty of time in the pocket, a rifle over the middle, and it's caught right at the numbers to the 36-yard line of Boise. Nice pitch and catch, and it's Phil Cause again.
Great pitch and catch, as you said. You see Derek Majors just rifled that in there. If that would have been lobbed, that probably could have been picked off. But the gun perfectly, just out of the reach of the defender there, just in the hands. Great pitch and catch, 1st down. And this Madison Lynx offense is humming once again.
No offense to a certain broadcast director, but Phil Cause has some of the softest hands I have ever seen on a tight end in the SFL. He makes so difficult catches seem so easy. Here's Harrell up the middle, loss of 1 as the protection breaks down, and a nice tackle by Digger Graves.
I couldn't agree with you more about the hands of Phil Koss. I mean, when he had his head turned around and missed those couple passes in the 1st quarter, he's redeemed himself big time. Great hands, great catching here by Phil Koss here in the 2nd quarter.
2nd and 11. It's going to be a play action and then a throw back to Harrell, and she wasn't ready for it. Dropped it right there. 3rd and 11. And again, we've seen this Madison offense get into a little bit of trouble in this game behind the sticks.
When they get behind the sticks, they're not having too much success. Well, that'll be for any ball club, really. But I think Catherine heard the footsteps there of either Digger Graves or Clay Jones coming up behind her to drop that football, but brings up a 3rd and 11 for the Lynx.
4 wide, 3 to the left-hand side, 1 to the right. Majors 2-step drop, throws over the middle. That pass is it caught? Yes, it is, and DJ Hume almost got to the 1st down. He slid across the turf and came up half a yard short.
That was a great diving play there by DJ Hume to try to get the 1st down. Are we going to see the field goal unit come on here for... They're going to go for it again.
I don't know. I think they just may try and force Boise to jump offside in this position. They're clearly in field goal range at the 26-yard line as the clock ticks down under 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I
think
we're
I think they're going to try to draw them. But that would have been a statement play there to me for Madison. You know, you're 3-2 along with Boise here. And whoever wins this game will probably be 2nd behind the aforementioned Ottawa Cavalry there at 4-2. But why is he getting yelled at there? I think Derek Majors just played a good game so far. But I think the winner of this game is going to be huge to solidify their spot in the playoffs coming up. But I think I would have went for it there.
And you want one of those top 2 seeds because that's a home playoff game in the semifinals. And now here is a potentially long field goal attempt. From 43 yards away, Otis Boudreau has no good, missed it wide to the right, and the score holds at 14 apiece.
It just missed it off to the right there. The big old defensive stand there for Boise got lucky there. with the missed field goal. Now let's see if Fox Highwind, Spencer Gordon, this Boise Mud Dogs offense, can put the ball in the end zone again here, or at least get a field goal to take the lead.
Handoff, Highwind. We mentioned he's been a little bit slow after the opening drive of the ball game, and he gets bottled up there for a gain of only 1. Damico Ryans makes the tackle.
He's only gained 1 yard since that 59-yard run, or 2 yards, 6 carries for 61. He's averaging over 10, but he's averaging less than 1 on the last 5.
Handoff, Highwind, again nowhere to go, only gets 1, make it 2, up to the 36-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Stinson again coming up huge there, I believe with his 4th tackle of the game. I'm not, like I said, I'm not liking this deep handoff here with Fox Highwind. I mean, I know he's a powerful back, but get him going downhill. Don't do those delayed handoffs. Just let him take off with the ball. Let him run over people.
Plenty of time over the middle, tipped and incomplete. It was almost intercepted. Anthony Richardson had his hand on the football. It's going to be 4th and 7 and another 3 and out for Boise.
Anthony Richardson coming up huge here, is being signed, and just for his first game making, like I said, making an impact. I know that's a cliche, but he is making an impact here in the SFL minor league. Bring up another punt, as you said. Madison's having the ball right now, coming to get the ball. Momentum in their favor.
Returned up to the 32-yard line, so outside of the long run by Fox Highwind and the 70-yard touchdown pass to Mark Martin, the Boise offense has really been kind of stagnant here as this second quarter has flown by, now down to only 53 seconds before the 2-minute warning.
I agree. They haven't really put together some sustaining drives like Madison has, especially on Madison's last touchdown drive with the 12 plays, but then the last drive had 6 plays, resulting in that missed field goal. So
pass out to Harrell. She gets 1. 2nd down and 9. And I've seen kind of a similarity between how both of these teams handle 1st and 2nd down. It's usually just short plays to the running back, be it up the middle or outside. And I think both defenses have keyed in on it to this point. 2:26 to go, offset I single receiver. Majors to the far near side, rather. That pass is hauled in by Hume. It's going to be 3rd down and 6.
Hume doing the toe tap there on the sidelines. And I agree with you. I think the first plays from each of these teams on their first drive, if they got that sack, I think it's got them a little bit more conservative with their play calling here to at least get some positive yards on 1st down, even if it's 1 or 2, so you're not putting them behind the sticks constantly, especially it's like how Boise's been doing all game.
Third down and 6, 2:05 to go. This will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Major stands in, rifles it over the middle, and it hits. It's deflected, hits twin screw in the back, and eventually falls harmlessly to the turf as we hit the first half 2-minute warning. 14 apiece between the Boise Mud Dogs and the Madison Lynx, and a 4th down and 6 coming up for Madison. Boise will try and take the lead before the half. This is the Simulation Football Minor League on YouTube. Punt up and away from Pete Ellis. Fielded at the 25 and out to the 31 goes Matt Iorio. And it's a similar starting position for Boise than they've seen for most of the first half.
They've been around their own 30-yard line to start off with, it seems like, all game. But we'll see how, if Boise can somehow get out of this repetition of 3 and out and gain some points here before halftime.
They have an opportunity to do so. 3 timeouts, 1:52 to go as they start on their own 31. Single receiver each side, throw to the far side. Spencer Gordon got crushed as he released the ball, but it is complete to Martin. Only his 2nd catch after the long touchdown reception makes it 2nd and 6.
I'd like to see that ball come out there a little bit quicker and maybe a little bit flatter there. Mark Martin, maybe get him a chance to get cut up field a little bit more, but a gain of 4. Not behind the sticks now. 2nd and 6.
Handoff, Highwood being chased all the way and knocked down after a gain of 2. The 3rd down and 4 coming up.
Good play there by D'Amico Ryans, bringing up a 3rd and 4 situation. Madison might want to think about calling a timeout here to maybe get, if they stop him here, to get the ball with maybe just a minute left to go.
3rd and 4. Boise try to avoid a 4th straight 3 and out. It's a delayed handoff to Highwind, and Highwind is crushed before he can even sniff the 1st down marker. He's going to be 2 yards short. Nice tackle by D'Amico Ryans.
D'Amico Ryans again coming up huge, and the clock is running. Madison should be taking their timeout here to save some clock. See if Boise can wind this clock down here a little bit before they punt the football.
Yeah, they'll be getting the ball back with about 20 seconds to go at this point because they didn't call a timeout. They had 2 to use. And maybe Madison is just thinking we're okay with going into the half 14 all, but we've seen time and again in these SFL games, be it major or minor, halftime adjustments can really swing a game, and Madison has all the momentum right now, and they're not taking advantage of it by calling those timeouts. They're going to get the ball back, 28 seconds to go at their own 30.
I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, you do have great playmakers on the Madison Lynx offense. But 28 seconds, I would have called, like I said, I would have called the timeout. You could have had like another 30 seconds on that clock. So we'll see if Madison goes for the jugular here before halftime or just takes a knee. Looks like they're not. Looks like they're going to be throwing the football here.
Well, it's an empty backfield for Derek Majors. He stands at his own 25-yard line, ball resting on the 30, takes a 2-step drop, moves in the pocket, throws over the middle, and it is incomplete, and then in and out of the hands of Gary Marks, who almost had an interception.
Just out of the hands of Hilton there. Actually, that's a drop because he was going to get hit. It brings up a 2nd and 10. And if you're Madison, I would not like to see that ball being thrown in front of that many yellow Boise Mud Dogs jerseys here, because a pick can easily turn this game on a dime.
A little bit more conservative. A jump offside from Boise, and Harrell goes straight up the gut for about 8 yards. We'll see what they do with this penalty here. Do they accept it or decline it? Either way, it stops the clock with 21 seconds left and potentially gives Madison another play.
That's a definite help there. I would, they declined the penalty. I think I would have taken the penalty to get an extra down. Either way, it's going to be 3rd and short here for the Madison Lynx offense. See what kind of, they can pull up some type of trickery here to get the ball on Boise's side of the field.
Now you got 2 timeouts, and you've got under 20 seconds. And the ball is resting at the 38-yard line. Offset I, 2 receivers to the left, single right. 7 in the box for the Mud Dogs. It's going to be a run to Harrell, looking for an opening. Spin move into the open field, 1st down. And they're not going to call a timeout, so it looks like we will head to the locker room. One more snap with 7 seconds to go. Throw out to the near side. Got to get out of bounds. Spins back to the inside. A 1st down, and he gets pushed up with 3 seconds.
Like you're going to get to see play that made the Dallas Cowboys famous, that Hail Mary throw. I would have liked to have seen them call the timeout there to settle themselves a little bit. They might have been able to get 2 plays now instead of 1, but this is where it's going to be interesting to see how far Derek Majors can throw the football and see how far he can air it out.
Yeah, you can't regain those timeouts. It's use them or lose them here in the 1st half, and they did not use 2 of them. Majors on the run, throws it into the Boise bench, and we will hit the halftime interval. A thoroughly entertaining 1st half comes to a close. The Madison Lynx 14, the Boise Mud Dogs 14. Both of these teams 3-2. The winner of this ball game takes sole position of 2nd place in the SFLm standings, and we will go to halftime. Gerald Giudice, your thoughts on the 1st half?
Like you said, a very, very entertaining 1st half here. You had great defensive plays. You had great over-the-top plays. The Fox High with a 59-yard run. You had Mark Martin with a 70-yard touchdown pass. You have Catherine Horrell coming up huge with 2 touchdown runs. We're going to see who has, right now, Madison has the momentum, I believe, of being able to sustain longer drives than the Boise Mud Dogs. The Boise Mud Dogs just seem to be stuck from their 30 to midfield, not being able to convert on third down. They're 0 for 4 right now. So we'll see what happens with this Boise offense, see if they can do some regeneration here and see if they can move the football.
Kick is away, and away we go for the second half. 14-all between the Boise Mud Dogs and the Madison Lynx. I'm Michael Turillo. Gerald Giudice is the other voice you hear on the broadcast. David Hurrell, Katie Hurrell, and Tim Hackett are in the stats truck with us. Third of 4 games today in the SFLm. We're at week 6, and coming down the home stretch of the inaugural season, Boise. With Spencer Gordon under center, hands it to Highwind. He was bottled up for most of the first half, had one big run in the first quarter where he got 50 of those 74 yards, and he's just been chipping away the rest of the time, 2nd down and 6.
So I think Fox Highwind's at his best. Just let him just run downhill. Don't delay handoff or do a draw. Just let him just start up the motor and just let him run. Bring big gain of 4 right there.
One of his best interior runs of the game. Here he is again, gets a nice block and picks up a first down to the 33-yard line.
I think Benazi and Menor there are just saying, hey, let's just take Fox Highwind and let's just run it down their throat, because you see some great blocking right there. Big hole. Again, just give them the football. Just let the motor run. Just put it right up the field. Like you said, a couple of big interior runs for Fox Highwind right now, Boise, and it brings up a first down.
And Anthony Jefferson, Richardson rather, is playing his first game of the season, was there to make the tackle. 1st and 10 for the 39ers. Play action to Highwind, throws over the middle, and that is incomplete. He was looking for Delaney Nash, the tight end, on his first target of the evening. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, we haven't called Delaney Nash name most of the game. He has a touchdown so far in this SFL minor season on 12 catches, 92 yards. But that was great defensive play. Knocked the ball away. I thought he had it at first. The ball falls harmlessly to the ground, making it 2nd and 10.
I formation, no wideouts. 7 in the box, everybody on the line, and it works out beautifully for the Madison defense as Fox Highwind is tripped up pretty much right after he took the football from his quarterback. 3rd and 11.
Adam Williams just diving inside that line. Evidently a missed blocking assignment there for a Boise offensive line. Bringing up a 3rd and 11 in a passing situation here for the Boise Mud Dogs.
4 wide. Here's Gordon. Throws it short underneath, and that play was dead on arrival. Only a gain of 4. 4th down and 6 coming up in the opening drive of the second half. Goes for nothing for Boise as Sweets was nowhere near the first down marker, and here comes Cameron Collier.
Once again, here we see inside, like I said, from the 30 to the 50, it seems like they can't get on the Madison Lynx side of the field here. Let's see if they can flip the field possession battle here with a decent punt.
Collier from his own 30-yard line. Nice airtime on this punt. Down right at the 20. A nice return, breaking 2 tackles to the 30 and diving to the 33-yard line is Paul Dilivo. Dilivo is dangerous. He has taken one back to the house this season.
Dilivo is definitely a dual threat, not only as a wide receiver, 13 catches coming into the game for 180 yards, averaging 13.8, which is second overall in the SFL minor league. But like you said, with the kick returning, he can be a threat.
Offset eye. Here's a pass play. It's going to go to the far side, caught by Dilivo, and he's going to pick up 3 yards and get out of bounds at the 36-yard line. So I think what we're going to try and see here from the Madison Lynx to start the second half is control a little bit more. That first half was very chaotic, and I think the team that can settle down, put a couple of long drives together is really going to take a stranglehold on this football game.
I couldn't agree with you more, and I believe Madison has more of the tools to do that, and they've proven it over and over again right in the first half with multiple 5s and 6 or better.
Oh, that one was almost intercepted, but it is complete over the middle to DJ Hume. Streaking down to try and make the interception was Chavez Smith, the safety, but Hume stuck his arms out and caught the ball. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line of Madison.
Receiver for this Madison League's coming into the game, 26 catches. Like I said, here's where the offensive game plan needs to be just grinding out.
Another nice, another nice handoff to Harrell, and she gets a gain of 6 yards up to the 46 into Boise territory. Clock running down under 7 minutes to go, or under 8 minutes rather to go, third quarter, 7:45, and counting.
I think this is a great offensive play calling right here by Madison, just mixing up the passes and the runs really, really well, having Boise on their heels.
3 wide receivers to aim at. Pressure coming from the backside. The pass is, oh no, just out of bounds was Mike Twinscrew. He had the ball in his hands but couldn't keep his feet down.
I think that was a great throw there by Derek Majors, because if they're going to challenge it, I thought he might have got a foot in, but we'll see. But it was a great throw by Derek Majors for the fact that if that ball was inside, that ball was going back the other way for 6.
Berto Demora throws the challenge flag, and we will take another look at this one. Let's see if we get a good angle here. We didn't get the feet, but from the leg angle, he looked like he was in there with a first down.
After review, the pass has been ruled complete.
And Demora's happy, the Madison Lynx are happy, and it's going to be a first down for Madison after the pass is complete to Mike Twinscrew.
I thought he got a foot down there. Great catch there by Twinscrew. But like I said, another great pass by Derek Majors, like I said. Throwing that ball on the outside where only Twinscrew could get it. Another first down coming up for the Madison Lynx.
Driving into Boise territory at the 42-yard line. 7:26 to go, third quarter. Majors back to pass. Throws underneath again, making the catch and turning upfield for a first down is DJ Hume. Man, he put his left foot in the ground and he was headed the other way in a minute.
That was a great, like you said, plant the foot and turn up, as you see Oscar Santagria there with a humongous hit there, but automatic first. No, I shouldn't say automatic because he's been playing great, but first down there for DJ Hume. And we said about this Madison League offense, just churning, taking time off the clock, and wearing down this Boise defense. And here it is coming to fruition.
2 in the backfield behind Majors, who's under center. Single receiver each side. 7 in the box for the Mud Dog. It's going to be a pass underneath. Twinscrew makes a nice catch on a slant, and we'll get 5 yards out of it to the 28 as they approach the red zone.
Shaking and baking there, Twinscrew. Great play call here. This drive right now by the Madison Lynx is exactly what the doctor ordered. Just methodically coming down the field, just picking their spots, picking this Boise defense apart.
Here's this 2 tight end set. Major's going to throw. Pressure at the backside. Gets it over the middle, and it is caught for a first down. That's the 2nd tight end down the depth chart, Hilton. And to the Boise 20, they are officially inside the red zone.
As this Boise defense, the defensive line of Mosey shows that Bernie and Jones need to get a little bit more pressure on Derek Majors here, or they're just going to get picked apart underneath.
Majors over the middle, diving catch down to the 11 for a gain of 9. Phil Cause bails out his quarterback, because to be fair, that wasn't the greatest throw ever.
That was really, really low, but Phil Cause goes down. His 6'5" frame somehow gets down there at ground level to pick up ball up off the turf, bringing up a 2nd and 1.
Watch out for Catherine Harrell. The last 2 times Madison's been down at this end of the field, she scored a rushing touchdown. And here's a throw out to the far side. That's the tight end, Finch. He will rumble out of bounds for no gain. 3rd and 1 at the 11.
That ball was a little late getting to him. If he would have had that ball maybe like a second or 2 earlier, he could have turned those shoulders upfield. and possibly gotten a first down or more, even a touchdown, bringing up a 3rd and 1 situation here for Madison. I think they put it in here for a touchdown. We could see the definite momentum switch going Madison's direction.
It's going to be Haro up the middle. Did she get there? No! Half a yard short to the 10-yard line.
Great defensive play there. I believe Gary Marks is the one that came up and stepped up to stop her just short of the end zone. You're going to see a little chip shot field goal here to take the lead for the Lynx.
Here is Boudreaux. 0 for 1 on the game, but that one wasn't from just a chip shot distance here. It is up, and it is good from 27 yards, and the Madison Lynx take the lead, 17-14, 4:43 to go in the third. Boise looking for some answers on offense next. This is the Simulation Football Minor League on YouTube. Stay with us. Michael Torillo, Gerald Giudice in the broadcast booth. William David Harrell and KT Harrell and Tim Hackett also along with us on stats. Madison takes the lead, 17-14, 4:40 to go in the third. And now Boise, who really haven't had many answers on offense since the first quarter, will start at their own 30-yard line. What do they need to do to turn this one around?
I think a couple of things. One, they need to get Fox Highland in more quick hit running plays instead of these delayed handoffs. And they need to get the ball over the top like they've been to Mark Martin for the touchdown, and definitely get Charlie Sweets involved more in the game.
Sweets only has one catch. Here it is Highland on a strong side handoff. He'll get one before he is buried under a mound of burgundy jerseys. 2nd down and 9.
The third thing that Boise really needs to do, they are 0 for 5 on 3rd down conversions, and that will not win you any football games. I don't care how good your offense is.
Got to convert on 3rd down. Got to get to close enough to convert on 3rd down. On 2nd down, there's a fullback dive, and Bill Cherry will get nowhere. 3rd down and 9, and we've seen this time and time again. It's now 3rd and long, and Spencer Gordon's going to have to pull a rabbit out of his hat.
They're definitely putting Spencer Gordon behind. Unfortunately, he's wearing number 8, so he's behind the 8 ball right now. Always just 3rd and long, and these are hard to...
Oh, he avoids a sack, throws it over the middle, and throws it interception!
Pagel there.
Pagel right over the middle, and it looked like Spencer Gordon was a bit confused after shaking off a defender, just chucked it up over the middle, and Pagel made him pay. Madison football in Boise territory.
Big mistake there by Gordon. Like you said, he ducked the rush there. 3rd and 9, 3rd and long. You're just playing with fire, and that time the Mud Dogs got burned.
And now a beautiful opportunity for Madison to make this a 2-score game. Short pass over the middle. That pass is caught. Phil Cause rumbles down for 4 yards to the 33-yard line.
This defense from Boise must be getting tired because they're just having to go drive after drive. Not the their offense goes 3 and out, 2 plays and an interception, and you're back on the field. You're just getting worn down. And I think the Lynx are out here to put this away.
That pass is caught at the 20-yard line, and having to 2 Boise defenders drag him down is Phil Cause. He's a big man, 6'5", 250, and he picks up a first down to the 18-yard line.
See right there from great camera view right there, but look at that, wide open. Just the defenders just lagging behind. That was Digger Graves there that was following, looking at the name tag there of Phil Cost. He was trying to cover him. Brings up a first down inside the red zone.
Major stands in. Haro on the outside. Nowhere to go. Bottled up for a loss of 2 yards. Couldn't quite see who made the tackle there.
Like I said, this is textbook Madison Link's offense just running and passing, just great mix and just dragging this Boise Mud Dogs defense through the ground.
Majors, middle, to the 5, knocked away. That was Harrell down the field, and it was knocked away by Rhodes.
Great defensive play there by Rhodes to bring up a third down. I'd like to see Madison. They're having a lot of success with these short, intermediate crossing routes or these shallow slants in the middle of the field that are like 5 to 7 yards. When they get down like the 15-yard area, it seems like the defense is just a little bit better than the receivers right now. So let's see what they do here on this third down.
3rd and 12, got to get to the 8 to extend the drive. Majors, a 2-step drop, stands in, fires over the middle, and it's caught, a reaching catch at the 5, and down to the 3-yard line, DJ Hume.
Again, in the middle of that field, wide open on that little shallow slant. Great route there. Just past the referee. Great play to get it inside the 5 at the 3, picking up a first down and goal at the 3, trying to knock it in.
And we've seen again a Madison receiver bail out Majors for maybe not the most efficient throw in the world. Here's Harrell trying to bounce it outside, and she gets crushed to the backfield for a loss of 3. Nice tackle there by JoJo Shalizzi. Has been in the backfield a lot today.
JoJo Shalizzi, with I believe her second tackle for loss of the season, comes up big there to bring up a 2nd and goal at the 5. I would love to see a swing pass right here to her on the outside.
2nd and goal at the 5. They'll spread it out with 3 receivers, 2 in the backfield. Majors to throw. Majors plenty of time. He steps into the pocket. He's still looking. He throws to the end zone. It is incomplete. As DJ Hume was out of bounds, it's going to be 3rd and goal.
I would have loved to see Majors just tuck it and run there. Discretion might have been the better part of it. I thought he was scored, but tried to force the ball into triple coverage. And man, you need to run that football into the end zone. It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of quarterbacks in the major league not afraid to run the football. Now 3rd and goal from the 5. With 1:04 to go in the 3rd. Here's a pass to the far side. Touchdown, Madison. DJ Hume. This time he hangs on in bounds, and the Lynx take a 2-score lead.
DJ Hume again with a humongous play. Great play calling going upon a little pylon route there. Gets the feet in, turning it up. Big play, another time-consuming multiple play drive here for the Madison Lynx, and this time they put it in the end zone. And right now, Little Mo is wearing brick red.
Otis Boudreaux on for the extra point. Kick on the way and good. So with 1:02 left in the 3rd quarter. Madison 24. Boise 14, a 10-point lead for the Lynx. And with how this game has been going, especially here in this 3rd quarter, alarm bells may be ringing on the Boise sideline.
Oh, I agree. I mean, you have Madison with drives that didn't result in points of 7, 6, and 6, but they have had scoring drives. The last 3 scoring drives have been 8 plays, 11 plays, and 12 plays. So they're definitely keeping the ball out of Boise's offense's hands.
They will start at their own 28 after the return by Matt Iorio. That last touchdown is 8 plays, 37 yards, with a 5-yard passing touchdown to DJ Hume, set up by the Pagel interception, thanks to Tim Hackett on stats, as well as David and KT Harrell. Boise trying to figure out something here in a hot minute. 57 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. They're down by 10. Throw over the middle is almost picked again. He was aiming for Mark Martin. It was knocked away by Leo Jefferson.
Jefferson knocking down the pass. Right now, Spencer Gordon is just staring down his receivers and just telegraphing where he's going to be throwing the football. That's not a good sign when your quarterback's doing that and you're down 10 when you have to throw the football. He needs to look off his receivers and try to get the receivers in space to get the football to them.
Handoff. Highway looking for a lane. Makes two miss, but he's caught for the backside by Billy Ray Valentine. Haven't called his name much this evening. It's 3rd down and 8 after the 2-yard run.
Yeah, Billy Ray Valentine just a little bit quiet today, but sometimes the quiet games are the good ones because you're actually disrupting and getting your other players, your other teammates involved in the game.
And again, it's 3rd and long. Here's Spencer Gordon in the shotgun. 4 receivers to aim at. A 4-man rush. Plenty of time in the pocket for Gordon. He flings it to the near side, and it is caught. Mark Martin, first down, up to the Boise 41. That's the first Boise first down of the quarter, I believe. No, it's the second one. They had one on their first drive of the quarter right at the beginning.
And it's their first 3rd down conversion from these 3rd and long. Like you said, your offense can't continue to have 3rd and 8s, 3rd and 9s, 3rd and 11s, and you then think you're going to sustain a drive. Just can't happen.
Here's I formation, strong power run formation, and Iwin takes the ball. He is shoved to the ground after a gain of 2. The initial blocks always look good as we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Madison Lynx 24, the Boise Mud Dogs 14. 11 more minutes to sort this one out. This is the SFL Minor League on YouTube. Stay with us and put those 4s up in the chat. We start the 4th quarter, 2nd down and 8. Back to passes Gordon to the far side, underthrew it, but it is caught by Martin, who came back for the football and then turned upfield for about 4 more yards. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
And well, if that ball was thrown a little bit better, that would have been a first down. They took the field. Ooh, he might have gotten the first down. I think I might challenge that if I was Boise.
I don't know. You know, losing a timeout in this situation may be really risky because, you know, you score here now and you're only down 3. I think you might take your chances on 3rd and 1. Highwind is averaging 2 yards a carry inside the tackles. He's going to get the handoff here. He's going to get a first down. Well done for the Boise offensive line. Makes a nice hole for Highwind to run through. And it's 1st and 10 into Madison territory to the 45.
I stand corrected there, buddy. Nice call. Nice first down there. Big run, like you said, by Fox Highwind. Get the ball to your playmaker. First down.
And again, this strong, powerful running formation. Behind it under center Gordon. It's going to be a delayed handoff, and Highwind is going to lose a half a yard. Officially still 2nd and 10 at the 45. And there's Billy Ray Valentine again on the tackle. And you've said it over and over again today, Gerald. You don't like those delayed handoffs.
The delayed handoff just doesn't seem like he gains a lot of yards. You just give a chance for the defense to get upfield and be able to stop him behind the line. Do the quick hitting inside the tackles, get the 3 or 4 yards, and make it 2nd and 6.
Here's a handoff to Highwind. He bounces it outside and spins and then carries the defender for a 7-yard gain. That's up a 3rd down and 3. That was a big play in the grand scheme of things, a 2nd and 10, because we know how inconsistent Boise's been on 3rd and long.
Like I said, and notice there's a quick inside handoff to get in between the tackles. Don't let those defensive tackles push upfield, and they gain 7 yards, making the race was 33.
3rd and 3. Highwind trying to get there. He's shoved to the ground before he can get to the first down marker. Nice play by Danny Stinson, and it's 4th and 1. And now Boise's got a question to answer. Do you go for this?
I think you're outside of field goal range. I don't think you have a choice. If you know, if they looks like they're going to be punting the football, I don't know if this is a smart. You have to.
Yeah, I would have gone for it. You know, you're in Highwind's range of getting about 2 yards on a carry inside the tackles, but they are going to punt it and try and force Madison to start from deep in their own end. It's going to bounce at the 10 and down to the 5, go out of bounds at the 3-yard line. A beautiful punt from Cameron Collier, and the Madison Lynx are backed up to the shadow of their own end zone.
Week 2 signed in by Boise to put him down. You know, the gunner there kind of got tripped up on his own feet. First down, like I said, in the shadow of their own goal line, but Madison has made a habit of long time-consuming, grinding drives. Let's see if they can have another one right here.
From their own 3. Majors back to pass. Pressure comes. He gets the ball away, and it's complete. Man, Boise brought the house trying to get a safety, and it's a first down for Mike Twinsker up to the 14-yard line.
Great block in there by the offensive line, led by Austin Green, the 6'5", 305-pound tackle there. That's when you have confidence in your offense. First and goal, first and down, you're at your own 3, you're at the shadow of your own goal line, and you're calling a pass. Great confidence there by the Madison Lynx coach for Derek Majors in this offense.
Majors steps in the pocket, goes for a run, and a double coverage. Did he make that catch? Unbelievable. DJ Hume, you are a monster. First down, Madison to the 27-yard line.
DJ Hume is having the game of his life right now. And I think the play call there, oh my God, what a throw. What a throw. Stepping up in the pocket, just threading the needle between Santagria and Ricky Thornton right there. Great throw that you saw there from Majors. First down, and they're already almost at the 30 in 2 plays.
Majors threw that one into a window the size of a bread box, and Hume came down with it as he does again in the quick slants. Gain of 5. Hume again with a catch. Man, if DJ Hume isn't the player of the game, I don't know who's gonna be.
Hume's having a great game. I think that was his 10th catch of the game. But like I said, they're picking apart that inside that 5 to 7 yards inside that line of scrimmage, right there inside the middle of the field. And they're exploiting the Boise defense, who has got to be tired at this point of the game.
Second down and 5. Majors in the gun. Low snap. Majors corrals it. Fires it. Caught again by guess who? DJ Hume. He's now over 100 receiving yards on the day, and Madison is 2 yards short of midfield at the 48-yard line.
I don't know what to say. DJ, I'm running out of superlatives for DJ Hume. Another beautiful look at that route. Wide open. Just unbelievably pitch and catch. I think Majors and Hume right now are just playing on another level, and it's showing against this Boise Mud Dog defense.
It's like they're in the backyard on a Sunday, just passing the ball back and forth. It looks that simple. Here's a quick slant to Harrell. Nice spin move to get free and drive down close to a first down. Gain of 9 into Boise territory at the 44-yard line. That was a beautiful spin move by Harrell.
Another one-handed catch by these men. Maybe they practiced that in during the week. I don't know, but there's a lot of one-handed catches, but a great spin move to get more yards. And this is why, if you're Boise, you needed to have gone for it on that 4th down, because here's another back-breaking drive by the Madison Lynx.
They started at their own 3. They're up to the Boise 44-yard line. Here's a fullback dive, and is not going to get there. Loses a yard, in fact. Back to the 44-yard line does Jim Finch, as Jones makes that tackle. Haven't seen a lot of Clay Jones in the second half. He made a couple of tackles in the first. And it's 3rd and 2.
Had a lot of tackles in the first half. I think it's up to 8 or 9 tackles in the game right now. But let's see if they can convert on this 3rd and 2. Big defensive player for Boise.
Morrell trying to sneak away through, just short of the first down marker. I don't know, this may be worth a challenge. I thought that ball was over the line.
If you're Boise right now, I would be thinking about maybe using a timeout, or if you're Madison, challenging the play. I'd love to see Madison go for it. Just drive the stake right in the heart of this Boise defense.
4th and inches. They go for it. Harrell, first down. That's the second fourth down conversion, rather, the game for Madison. It extends this ridiculous drive that they're on to the Boise 41-yard line. They may take this one all the way to the 2-minute warning.
I think this has been a great drive by the Madison Lynx, with the confidence in your quarterback and your offensive line to throw at your own end zone.
Ooh,
that was a bad decision there, though.
Dangerous pass. He was trying to hit Phil Cause, and that one is knocked away. 2nd down and 10.
Good old announcer jinx there, saying that Derek Majors has had a great drive and then makes an ill-advised pass. But you can't take anything away from this Madison Lynx offense, because they have been just dominating this Boise defense, who came out firing in the first quarter in the second quarter, but has been estimated here in the second half.
Handoff. Moreau leaps a blocker that was prone on the ground in front of her and gets 2 yards. 3rd down and 8. And our stats crew is telling us that we have unofficially a new passing record for yards in a game. Derek Majors at 320 at the moment.
Unbelievable. 320 yards, 33 of 47, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, keeping the ball out of harm's way. Let's see if they can pick up this 3rd down and keep this clock running and the ball moving.
A roll on 3rd and 8. And I don't know if that was the correct call. It does keep the clock running, but it is going to give the ball back to Boise. I'm not sure if Madison's in field goal range. That would be a 50-plus yarder.
I think it's a safe play. I think the pass there and the 1st down on that drive on that series was almost picked off there, and I think they're just letting the clock run down. They know that their defense is playing great. Boise hasn't had time-consuming drives with lots of plays, so they're banking on their defense here to hold them. There's going to be like 3 minutes to go in the game.
Punt away from right on the nose of the Lynx of the midfield stripe. Ball bounce. Oh, it's off the helmet of the gunner and into the end zone. And the Boise Mud Dogs will start at the 20-yard line. You see Pete Ellis going, "Are you kidding me?"
Pete's like, "I couldn't have put that any better." I mean, I'm glad we couldn't relive store, I think, but yeah, the gunner just kind of botched the play there. But gonna be a 1st down at the 20. Let's see what if Boise can muster up any offense whatsoever.
Do or die time for the Mud Dogs. Down 10-3, 11 to go in the ball game. Here is Spencer Gordon to the near side. Nice pitching catch. And getting out of bounds after a gain of 4 is Charlie Sweets. Haven't seen a lot out of any of the wide receivers for Boise except for Mark Martin. That was Sweets' only 2nd reception of the night.
Spencer Gordon is 11 for 18 for 138 yards. Not having quite the day that he's usually having, but the 3 picks are costly right now for Boise.
Gordon short. That pass is complete and room to run out of the backfield. High wind. Nice little pitching catch there. 1st and 10 at the 35. Here comes the up-tempo offense. Highwind works to get back to the line of scrimmage so they can win the next play. 2:51 to go. At the snap, it's going to be 2:48. Gordon lofts it middle. Intercepted on the deflection, and that could be the dagger for Madison. Taken away by Julian Valliere.
Julian Valliere coming up big right there, like I said, on the tip pass. Gordon throwing into 4 red shirts. What are you thinking about doing there? Again, there's Anthony Richardson, who I believe made the tip, but that's the 4th interception for Spencer Gordon with 12 on the season. And like you said, that might have been coup de grace in this game for Madison in the win.
Just over 2 minutes to go here. I think we're going to see a hefty dose from Catherine Harrell. Here she is right up the middle. Nice run. Only a gain of 3 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 39. See the running back comparison. Fox Highwind with more yards. Most of that on the 56-yard run in the 1st quarter. He's been pretty much silent since then, and Harrell has 2 red zone touchdowns. The first one, a highlight reel, 3 broken tackles, and a spin move that we will be seeing over and over and over again, I am sure.
I couldn't agree with you. That was a great touchdown run. First run, and their second run was just powers right up the gut, tagging defenders in the end zone.
They don't have to snap the ball before the 2-minute warning, but they will. This is the last play, and Harrell has blockers in front, and a cavalry down the field to the 20, to the 15, and dragged down to the 12, and now the Lynx will be in business after the 2-minute warning. Catherine Harrell is lighting up the Wisconsin sky as we take our final break for the 2-minute warning. This is the Simulation Football Minor League on YouTube. 2 minutes to go here in Madison, Wisconsin. The Lynx up 24-14, looking to put the nail in the coffin on the Boise Mud Dogs. They're inside the red zone here to start this under 2 minutes. Michael Turillo, Gerald Giudice in the broadcast booth, David and Casey Moore on stats along with Tim Hackett. Here's Catherine Moreau over the middle. Timeout Boise, second down and 8 from the 10.
And on that big run there by Catherine Moreau, you got to give some love to the fullback, number 46, Jim Finch, who sprung her open on that near side, gained all those yards. And I'll tell you what, that was a great block, great play there by Catherine Moreau.
I formation, 2 receivers left from the 10-yard line. Do they throw it or they just keep the ground and pound offense going? Here's a roll. Try to bounce it outside. Tackled for a loss of 1 back at the 11. Boise uses their second timeout. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. All right, Gerald, jump into the shoes of Berto DeMora, the Madison Lynx head coach. What do you draw up here? Do you go for the throat in the end zone, or you just try and play for a field goal here and run some more clock?
I would run more clock, but me, knowing that this is the SFL minor league, I'd play action pass and try to get it to DJ Hume somehow.
3rd down and 9. It's going to be Moreau up the middle into traffic and bottled up right there at the 12-yard line. So they get into the red zone, but they don't get anywhere else. And the drive stalls at the 12, but 1 minute and 42 seconds left on the clock as Boise calls their final timeout. Notice Boudreaux will come on to attempt the field goal.
This is a great call. I mean, you could either way if they go to run for the throat or not, but it got rid of all the timeouts. You're going to put them down 2 touchdowns with a $142, no timeouts. I think this ball game is pretty much over as long as this goes through, and I believe it has.
It has from 28 yards. That's 2 28-yarders made today by Otis Boudreaux. Makes this a 27-14 game. The Madison Lynx are just about to take sole position of second place in the SFLm. They would move to 4-2 right behind the Ottawa Cavalry at 5-1. The Cavalry, of course, beating the Albuquerque Adams in our first game of the day.
It's going to set up a major game next week with Madison hosting the Ottawa Cavalry. So that's going to be a battle for first place there. Big game for Madison. And you have Boise coming up that's going to end up being 3-3. And they're going to host the Albuquerque Adams that are also 3-3. So a couple big games coming up for both these clubs. Boise's going to need to really shake this game off here and see what they did wrong and clean up for the next game. But see what Spencer Gordon can do with a minute and change left to go in the game.
$1:36 to go in the ball game, down 2 scores, 27-14. He's going to fire it deep down the middle, and it's tipped it incomplete. Nice job on the outside there to knock the ball away. And that game between Albuquerque and Boise is almost, to me, more interesting than the game between Madison and Ottawa, because the winner of that game, or rather the loser of the Boise-Albuquerque game, that may just be their season done and dusted.
You are absolutely right. And coming into that, I don't know who you would take. I don't know, the way they played, Boise played today, you would have to say it's almost an interception there by a second interception by Julian Valliere. You would have to say that you'd have to give the advantage right now to Albuquerque, especially with the way Boise's playing in this game.
Yeah, man, but again, back to next week's Madison and Ottawa game. The number 1 versus number 2 teams. On current form, I'd honestly say the Madison Lynx have to be slight favorites at home against the Ottawa team that's looked shaky the past couple of weeks.
I agree. I mean, if Madison comes out and plays like they played today against Boise, I think they could upset Ottawa and actually win that game quite easily.
Gordon over the middle into traffic and almost intercepted again for the 5th time. Deontay Stoneville was there. And it's 2nd down and 10 for the Boise 45. One more game to go tonight after this in the SFLm. The nightcap, as you if you will. And I will have the details for you on that game momentarily. That is Lincoln at San Jose with Jeff Belishin and Mark Lopez on the call. Short over the middle. That is caught by Mark Martin to midfield. Under a minute to go now. And that is a game that probably the loser of that one season is, if not mathematically, pretty much over in terms of making the playoffs. A nice catch down the field. That's Martin again calling that one in. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line, but now under a minute to go. And a spike comes down with 41 seconds. So we've got San Jose and Lincoln next. Who do you take in that one?
Both clubs, like you said, it's a must. I think it's a must win, even though you don't want to say it in week 6, but a must win. I like Lincoln. I think Rattlesnakes can get some momentum here from last week. I believe they won, and they put themselves in a position to possibly make the playoffs.
Lincoln 2-3, San Jose 1-4. Over the middle, incomplete. He was looking for Charlie Sweet. Nice knock away on the defensive side by Anthony Richardson. And don't forget, we've got SFL off-season events coming up for you this week. On Sunday, it's the All-Star Game, East versus West, the best of the best in terms of players going at it for your entertainment. And then on Tuesday night, it's the schedule release show. Find out where your favorite teams will be playing and against who they will be playing in the next SFL season. Nice pitch and catch over the middle. 31 seconds to go. They're inside the red zone to the 17. Hustling back up to the line of the Mud Dogs. 23 seconds to go at the snap. They spike it again with 22. And so we've got big events coming up this weekend and into next week, Gerald. You're looking forward to the All-Star Game like everybody else is, I'm sure.
The All-Star Game is going to be awesome. I can't wait to see all the different players that have had such a great season this past season in the SFL. And I'm actually looking forward to participating in the schedule release show coming up on June 2nd here on Tuesday night. So
throwing end zone knocked away, was in and out of the hands of the receiver. Excellent job by Leo Jefferson. Jefferson's probably been the defensive MVP of the day.
It's his 4th pass deflection. I would agree with you there. This Madison Lynx secondary played amazing. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the schedule and seeing who plays what and see if the defending champs get off right off the bat. So it's going to be an interesting night of talking football.
18 seconds to go in the game. Lobbing to the end zone. Caught at the 1-yard line. He didn't get in the end zone. A touchdown-saving tackle by Leo Jefferson. Racing to the goal line with 5 seconds to go. They spike the football with 4.
If that play just doesn't sum up the night for the Boise Mud Dogs, just short of the end zone, can't get it in. Just like I said, it's just the microcosm of the whole game for them. Just struggling trying to score points. Haven't scored a point yet. The second half, they're going to try to get it here, but all in all,
to make the score seemingly a bit more respectable. Here is with 4 seconds to go in the ball game. A throw to the end zone. It's incomplete. There's 1 second left. So now, even if they score on this next play, there's no time for a onside kick. And so we will have a Madison victory, whether the final score is 27-14 or something else.
This basically was just, I mean, you don't want to say garbage yards, but, I mean, foot was off the throat, this Madison Lynx defense here. So, looks like it's going to be,
Far side, incomplete, and that'll end your ball game. I think that play was more of a microcosm of how the Boise Mud Dogs have fared in this game today as they drop to the Madison Lynx, who have been really impressive the second half of the season. 27-14. The Lynx go to 4-2. The Mud Dogs drop to 3-3. Gerald, your thoughts at a fantastic evening of football here in Madison, Wisconsin.
As you just saw right there, the time of possession, 27 minutes plus for the Madison Lynx, and just an overall just great performance on both sides of the football. The Madison Lynx is just seeing some great defensive play there by Anthony Richardson and Leo Jefferson coming up huge for the Madison Lynx. Then you have Catherine Horrell and DJ Hume offensively for the Madison Lynx coming up, and it was just a performance. For Boise, Spencer Gordon, 2 touchdowns but 4 costly interceptions, and that's not the way to win football games. And Highwind had a couple good runs, but all in all, a very entertaining game in the first half. Just a dominant performance by Madison in the second.
Let me read out some stats to you. Derek Majors, 320 yards, 33 of 47, 70% completion, and a touchdown and no interceptions and a 96 QBR. DJ Hume, 113 yards on 11 receptions, 91% reception percentage, 10 yards per reception and touchdowns for him as well. He balled out today. And Catherine Horrell, 84 yards, 2 touchdowns. Just an all-around dynamic performance from
That's
this
your
Madison
MVP.
offense. Oh, man, it's got to be Majors. Oh, it's DJ Hume. How about that? The wide receivers getting some love. Officially 165 yards on the day for Hume and a touchdown, as he is your player of the game. So that'll do it for Madison, Wisconsin. Don't forget one more game coming up. It's Lincoln and San Jose. But for Tim Hackett, David Harrell, KT Harrell on stats, Kevin Irvine in the production truck, and Carol Giudice alongside me, I have been Michael Toronto saying so long and see you next time.